Well, hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Amesey's Corner. I've still got this 65 Mustang here. We're going to go right through it. Maybe I'll do another video on it, but that's not why I'm here today. It's actually Sunday before Memorial Day, and I got the 9000 in here, but that's not what I want to show. What I want to show is this crazy bike that I built a few years back. And the shape of this bike is such that it fits in the back of a Saab 9000 with the seats down. Apologize if this video doesn't look as good as my other ones. I forgot my main recording device today, so I'm using my backup, and we'll have to get through this. We'll get through this, no big deal. This is a GY6 bike I made out of an old 85 Jawa frame and just stuff I had lying around a few years back. So let me get this out. Let me dig this thing out of here, and we'll take a little look around, and we're going to be changing one of the major components today. So here it is out of the car, and you can kind of see it's got a tight rake to it. That's because I wanted it to handle quick, but also it had to fit. It had to fit back there. I used to go to a lot of moped rallies. I used to build a lot of mopeds, a lot of small bikes, and I wanted something that wasn't a smaller engine or a smaller bike made to go faster. I wanted to make an already fast, powerful, torquey machine and make that faster. I used to build those Moto Becanes, but they were they kind of fall apart when you make a lot of power with them. You don't get a lot of years out of a Moto Becane. But I built this thing in 2011. I built this bike. It took me about 10 days from getting the donor scooter with the motor and sourcing all the parts and just literally welding it wherever it would work. A few neat features of this bike. It's let me see. It's actually an 85 Jawa 210 Sport frame. That means the Jawa top tank. Custom little kickstand. Used to be a handlebar. It used to be a Jawa top tank moped. Now, anybody that knows Jawas knows that they are like the slowest moped out there. So it's kind of why I wanted to use the slowest moped's frame. I would have used a Batavis, but those frames are just too weak. There's something about this 80s Czechoslovakian steel that just really like welding butter. So today's mission on this bike, I got this exhaust, and it's beat. It's had it. It's been on there since the beginning. I always intended to replace it. You can see I've had to open it up because it's blown baffles out. It's coming apart here too. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, a big hole right here. So I'm gonna fabricate an exhaust for this today. Now, when I built this bike, I had plans to put a Flowmaster muffler on it. So I have here. I believe it's a 40 series Flowmaster muffler. Should have cleaned this spot up before I started filming, but whatever. So, yeah, there it is. This here is gonna go. Wow, this thing's heavy on that bike. Oh, that didn't work. But anyway, I figure it's, I like the shape of the Flowmaster mufflers. They're really tight. They're real tight this way. You know, they don't have they're not completely round. So that's going to actually tuck closer into the bike than that exhaust. That exhaust sticks out pretty far, and I've low-sided that exhaust numerous times, where I'll be going around a corner. This thing with that tight rake. And the motor being so low, it's so low that this thing can corner like you wouldn't believe. I low side the exhaust, and I've actually high-sided the controls there. I've taken a left corner so hard that this I've scraped the brake lever. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if it's because these tires are so wide and it just sticks. This bike just grips, and it will change direction faster than any other bike. I've owned Harleys, I've owned some super bikes and stuff, and this thing just blows me away. It just blows me away. It's you just when I'm say one of my favorite things to do on this bike is pull up to a traffic light, you know, where there's 2 lanes and a red light and all that, and I'll pull up and I'll let people stack up beside me, and then when that light turns green, this thing is just gone. It's like boom, gone. Probably does 0 to, let's say 0 to 50 in about 8 seconds, which is pretty fast. It's pretty fast, 0 to 60 in 8. To put that into perspective, I think an old Lamborghini Diablo would do 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and that's blazingly fast. So 3 seconds more to that speed on a little bike like this. I just got to lean way out over the handlebars because this thing just wants to, you know, lift up the front wheel right to about 45, 50. And then my it's variated, which means there's a belt CVT system in there, and that kind of winds out about 55, 60, and then I'm just pushing too many revs. I could gear it so that it did, you know, 70, 80 or so, but I'd lose that 8 second to 50. So let me take a good look at this. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna mount that up yet. I got a couple of ideas, so let me dig into this. Let me think about this, and I'll see you in a minute. Here it is up on the bench, up on my fab table. Now I want to have a little shout out here, just for my for this table, this fab table. I've had this thing for about 10 years or so, and every single bike, this one included, has been built on that table. All the Motobi canes, all the crazy bikes, all those probably about 20 different bikes I've built on that table, and that's builds. A countless number of people that have brought me their bikes when I was doing a lot of the moped stuff. But there's that 40 series Flowmaster. You can kind of get an idea. It's going to be, you know, probably, you know, 5 inches lower than that, and it's about as wide as the original exhaust was. Now, when I built this bike, my whole intent was to put a Flowmaster muffler on it. Now, one problem I have is this is the inlet down here, which I need down low so it doesn't hang, and the outlet over here. The trouble is you're not going to be able to read the writing. You can see some of the writing on it, and it says Flowmaster. I really wanted to see that, but because of where the inlet is, I can't flip it, or else you know, it'd be lower than the wheel. And I was thinking maybe run the outlet as the inlet. I don't think this engine would really care, and the muffler would really care, but because of the offset being in the middle, it would still be a little too low. I don't want to be any lower than this is. This is kind of the lowest point right in here under the flywheel, and is really, I don't want to go any lower than that. So that's where it's going to go. That's what I'm in to do right now. So I'm gonna cut this off, hack that off. It's actually got kind of like a 3-piece cone, and it looks like I'll be able just to use that piece right there, right into that. You know, save me some trouble. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a tip. I don't think I want to leave that giant hole there, but maybe I do. At any rate, I probably won't worry about the tip today. I'll just get this exhaust mounted so I can ride this bike this weekend. A few other little details. Let me get this exhaust out of here. These Flowmasters weigh a ton. Just get that out of the way. A couple neat features about this bike. It's got front and rear disc brakes. The first version of this bike I built with another motor, a different engine, different wheels, had black wheels, and that had drum rear brakes. But I upgraded it. I got another junk scooter a few years back, and I upgraded the drive line so I could have disc rear brakes, and yeah, stops ridiculously fast. Yeah, it doesn't really want to lift the rear wheel, so you can just brake as hard as you want, and man, you'll almost detach your retinas from your eyes. Yeah. I know maybe that's a little bit of a dramatization to say, but yeah, this thing you have to really be holding on to those bars when you hit those fucking binders. Years ago, I made the mount for the TomTom up there, but and it worked great. It worked great for a number of years. I actually had that TomTom on built into another bike that I had sold, but I didn't include the TomTom in the sale, so I built into this bike. Unfortunately, I bought that back in 2009, I think it was. It's outdated, and it's no longer functional. It doesn't work. It's been left outside. I actually sold this bike to somebody a few years back who drove it for a year, and they left it outside, and the TomTom got wet. I like it there. I don't see a reason to take it out. It's just going to be an ugly spot. It was built with it, so there it sits. So let me dig into this thing. Let me dig into this, get this exhaust off and cut up and tacked up there, and we'll see where the next cut goes. So here we go. It's like a little catalytic converter built into this exhaust. Who knew I was green? Need clearance. Kickstand. There you have it. 40 series Flowmaster on a scooter. Hey guys, I got this muffler all mounted. Get some mounts done. Let's see how it sounds. Let's start for me. It's a little cold. So I don't know if this recording device is doing it any justice. It sounds nice and throaty, not tinny like it used to. I can't really rev it here because we're strapped on. This thing would just shoot off the lift into the wall or off the table. I've also got the brake wrapped around the throttle, so that makes it a little hard for me to rev it, but let's see if we can get a little. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm I'm gonna have to do something here. I'm not sure what I want to do with this outlet. Maybe I'll go get a little tip, a turn down tip, see if they got some custom chrome or something I can put down with a nice turn down on it. So yeah, there it is, 40 series Flowmaster on my Super Scoot. It looks a little big, I think, because it's silver. I'm gonna paint it black. I think, and it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I mean, you look at the steering, the handlebars are turned a little, but you look at the stick out, it's not much more than like the foot pegs or anything. So yeah, there it is. I'd like to get a video of me doing some wheelies, maybe a couple of burnouts today with this bike, but without having a camera, someone to operate the camera, that just doesn't work out. So yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna what time is it? It's almost 10 past 10. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna put this thing down, go for a little ride, see if I can find a tip. If I can find a tip today, I'll take a picture and that'll be the thumbnail. So I picked up this little toy the other day, little 2 horsepower Johnson outboard. I also have a 12-foot old antique aluminum sailboat. I think I'm gonna go out on the water for a little bit. Although this wonderful spring weather we're having, I tell you, I think I complain about it in every one of my videos. I've complained about this spring weather. So anyhow, I got some other projects kicking. I got some other stuff to do. My 9000 needs some help. The transmission's just about to go. I had to tune it down because it was pulling past the torque converter, and I think that's what I smoked. I smoked the torque converter in this car. So we'll get some video on that. We got this 65 Mustang, which I was kind of working under all day here, all morning. So we got some work to do. We got some new tires coming for that. So it's gonna be a pretty decent couple of weeks here in Amesey's Corner. We got some other projects kicking. We got some other stuff coming in. I have a really nice 67 Stingray Corvette coming in that I need to put all new wheel bearings in. So I'm gonna go blast a little. I'm gonna go freak some people out with this bike. So until next time, guys, keep it out of the cabbage.